Hello and welcome to Wildfire Gaming's coverage of the Good Games Brisbane Season 2 Game of Thrones LCG Finals Day. In this video we bring you the grand final match between Nick and his Stark No Agenda deck and Dan and his Targ Maesters deck. I'm lucky enough to be joined by both players from the final.
Yes, you are.
Hey guys.
Now, as we saw in our last video, Dan took down Lynn and his Stark Siege.
Tell us a bit about what happened in the semi between you two.
So it was a close game, actually. It was very. I think it was about 13 all at one stage.
You had 14 power, it was about 14.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
Yeah.
It was a valor by Stark.
So that cost you a lot of power.
It cost me everything I had.
But there was also a handy red wedding that worked your way.
The red wedding worked, but I busted all my ability and tricks on red wedding.
Yes.
I believe I played Power of Blood on his red wedding turn.
Yes. Did that?
After he had killed his own Jane Westerling pre-plot to make sure that it went off on my lord and lady.
That's a sneaky move for a
I was like, what's going on? Why are you killing your own characters, you weirdo? I don't need that much help to win the game.
Yeah,
And next second...
It was telegraphed.
I honestly didn't pick it. I didn't pick it. It was not I'm going to play Power of Blood because he's playing Red Wedding. It was... I don't know what he's doing. I'm playing Power of Blood.
I gotta keep what you say.
Okay, so now we see each player's setup. Stark starting with some nice locations to start off
Bear
with.
Island, oh gosh.
But there is 2 fighting pits for Targ, which is not a bad setup at all.
Shadows card there as well.
Ooh, sneaky.
Sneaky bit of shadows in there for Stark.
Always assume it's Mirror if he's got a card of shadows.
Mirror is a great shadows card. Before we get started, I want to make a quick call out to Good Games Brisbane for holding the event, and Glenn in particular for organising and hosting.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, double at the gates.
Great minds.
Great minds think alike, yeah.
So we see both players here going for Maesters. I'm assuming whoever picked Dragon wins, of course.
We'll see who that was.
Dragon always wins the flip. Now we see Maester Lewin come down for Stark, and of course we say Targ's Maester. Was it
Archmaester Marwyn.
Maester Marwyn? Now, out of the two, I definitely prefer Lewin's ability to Marwyn's, but obviously, as we discussed in the last video, Dan uses Marwyn more for the unique ability to be able to dupe him multiple times and keep him alive forever.
Ooh.
But we do see a Brienne of Tarth who can interrupt that keeping aliveness.
She just gets more and more effective the more we see her use, really.
There's a lot of things that people don't realise with these triggered effects that she can actually pull off.
What do you tell us about some of them, Nick?
Oh, you can do your own events. They can't cancel things. They can't save characters. It's a really underrated card, actually. It's a must include for any Stark deck I make.
Super effective.
Okay, so definitely good to get through those no quarters. Always a Stark staple. And we see some lowering of cost here to get out Damon Dance Forming. Now this will be effective as Dan is running an agenda and Nick is not, so I believe he gets the full effect of Damon Dance Forming.
Yes, stealth, deadly, and renown.
Oh, wow.
Stealth, Deadly, and Renown.
Yes.
Those are 3 lovely keywords.
And immune to events anyway.
And immune to events as well. Oh, that's handy.
Not bad for a green icon.
Not bad, not bad. Now this isn't a Targ burn deck, so immune to events might not be too effective in this matchup, but...
Well, we've seen some of the events that I've used in the previous game.
That's it.
Discard people.
Well, that's it. Dissension. I don't believe he's an ally, but you could definitely give him a trait
Could
of
do.
your choice. Brown Ben Plum, always a cost-effective card.
Yep, nice chump blocker.
So who do you guys believe? We'll start with you, Dan. Who has the upper hand in this matchup? Do you believe?
At this stage,
No, just in general. Targ versus Stark. Who is the better positioned house right now in Game of Thrones?
oh wow, I always say Stark.
Stark.
I agree. I admit that Targ are quite powerful, but I think Stark. There's just too many good cards.
And Nick, any comments on that?
I think Targ are very strong. I hate versing burn, and yeah.
I agree with myself. Targ Hollow Hill Burn is the worst archetype metaverse for sure. Now let's just catch up on some action here. We have Pirate Pre come down, the dupe of Maester Marwyn, and we see Lewin going in for a intrigue challenge. Which now Lewin's ability, if he wins this challenge, just gets to search the top 5 cards of the deck for an event card and put it into his hand. which is very nice.
This is what this deck's all about.
But we see the rusted sword come out onto the Maester here, which is always a nice surprise.
I cannot afford to let him search his deck for no quarter.
No quarters. What else we got on there that the Stark player uses for events? I believe he's got no quarter, probably Die by the Sword.
That's right.
Probably Wolf Dreams as well, I believe.
That's right.
Yep. It's definitely some good targets that search there.
Yeah.
We do see the first chain, normally the Apprentice collar, go off onto Marwyn here. Does Steel Link instead this time?
Changed my mind and went for the Steel Link, thinking that I know I can get a few out, and that might be more effective.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
Because I've immediately got the stand, so I can use that one straight away.
Yes, you've got the Rusted Sword on there, so both your fighting pits are available to stand Marwyn now. And we do see Stark not having the 1 gold left over to bring out the much loved.
Assuming that's what it is.
The card on Shadows, yeah. She does cost 1 gold to come out at any stage. Of course, we're talking about Mira Reed, yep.
But he's gone in for a 6 strength military challenge here with stealth as well.
Stealth, deadly,
undefended.
renowned.
And oh gosh, see him going through his hand.
And we do see the events come out straight away, no quarter. Now, there is no ability to save, no ability to cancel because Brienne was in the challenge, so this is going to be effective for sure. So the classic targets here are Maester Marwyn or Pirate Pre. Both can't be saved here because Brienne's in the challenge. But Pirate Pre is a pretty big threat for being able to choose and kill a single character.
Tell us what you think, Nick. Tell us what you think.
Oh, look, if with the dupe on, Marwyn, upon reviewing, it should have been him as chosen target.
Yep, I mean, this does happen. I mean, it is a finals game. The pressure, the pressure can get to people.
Just didn't think of it, but yeah.
Didn't think of it, yeah. That's right.
It could have put Marwyn out of the game right now, but Pirate Pre, also a horrible target for it.
I have an important question to ask. Do you have Lucas Blackwood in this deck? It's a serious question.
Do you have a thing against Lucas Blackwood?
Seriously, he has nightmares about Lucas Blackwood.
He's not in this deck, no.
He's not.
Only when he's riding with a House Umber Berserker.
That's right. Now we do see Marwyn stand thanks to a fighting pit, I believe.
Yep, this is the setup that we want to see.
Going in for the Intrigue challenge. Of course, we've already seen 1 no quarter. I'm sure he would love to pull another one out of his hand. But we do see the Hodor come out.
How does that feel?
Oh, yeah, weak trade against your deck there.
Oh, that's...
Be discarded immediately.
That's smart. That's why it didn't come out, I guess.
So now we do see more chains come out for the Targaryen.
Now it's time to get the Apprentice Scholar out there.
So this is what Targ relies on, an early good start here to get these chains off. Of course, Marwyn is a Tricon now with a rusted sword attached.
He's probably already on their 8, 9 strength now already.
Indeed. Obviously, if you had Aegon's Blade out early to give him the extra renown, that's when he really starts to kick off quickly. Now we do see a...
Choosing Damon Dance for me for Clan.
Yes. Which I guess Lewin's there for that search, and Brienne's such a strong character, you do see that as the best, probably the best choice Stark would make.
Yeah, it is a tough choice, but...
And you do have Bear Island out there, so, there is that Belwas is probably not going to survive much longer.
It's going to keep my characters under control, that's for sure.
And there we see, I don't believe Belwas can save himself, he only saves other characters, is that correct?
That's correct, other unique characters. He did win me Dominance note there, so... Good job, Belwas.
Indeed, he's done his job, he's time to die.
So tell us about your deck a bit, Nick.
No agenda. It's interesting. You don't see it often. It's a bit of a search deck with all the Wolf Dreams, and I like to see Rickon Stark at the setup to get a double search in the Maester, and then search for Wolf Dreams after that with him, which is good. But it's got plenty of tricks. There's a lot of unique characters. Not many dupes. Not many. Only sort of single one-off characters, and nothing's too important. There's stuff to cover all situations.
So plenty of ways to win.
Yes.
If you had to pick probably your two most important characters in this deck, which one would you pick?
Definitely Mage Mormont, and Mira.
And Mira, yep. Mage is the one that activates with no agenda, is that correct?
That's correct. Search for a location.
Tell us about what she does again.
Search for a location, put it into plain melt. Again, with Rickon, you can search for 2. That's pretty
Oh, wow.
out of control.
That is, that's a great effect.
You see, searching here for a direwolf.
We see Wolf Dreams come out, yep, the search for a direwolf. We see Stark playing Respect to the Old Gods this turn, so his first character will be lowered by 2.
Looks
2
like,
cost, that is.
looks like you're waiting to search for that direwolf. It looks like we're having a bit of a conversation here. Oh, paper shield.
The Paper Shield does cancel that.
Ripping up that search for a direwolf.
Obviously, the Paper Shields have to be used sparingly here. There is a lot of things that Targaryen would like to cancel.
That's it. May have been important for a no quarter or a direwolf sort of mage popping out.
Speaking of important characters, we see Mage Mormon hit the field. And we see Dan automatically go to chuck her away.
I wouldn't mind ripping that up, yes.
Now we have you must win a power challenge before you can declare a military challenge from the Targaryen plot card
That's right.
this round, so we'll have to watch out for that. Make sure that the challenges are done in the right order. And we have Riders of the Red Fork. Quite nice.
Usually another target for the Maester search at the start.
And I believe these new packs have changed everything. That Kingsguard pack,
Oh, wow, yeah. And
one of the best packs released in a long time.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Sorry?
Whatever.
Whatever.
Actually, yeah.
The tournament we are playing, we hadn't actually received those packs in Australia yet. The store championships, which we hope to be covering early next year, you'll see a very, very different metagame of decks.
So, Neil Maher went to draw 2 cards and Dissension on Brienne. Get her out of there.
Brienne, yeah, so you weren't happy with that not being able to trigger effects?
Oh.
No savings for no quarters? So what trait? Ally, refugee, what would you have given?
It had to be ally.
Had to be ally?
Oh, no, it didn't. You're right. No, but it generally it's ally. Don't mess around with refugees.
You don't mess around with refugees. If you can do it though, you can discard 2 refugees with the Ascension event.
Yes, if only.
If it can be pulled off. We should be Marwan is kneeling now though for that effect. But those
I'm assuming I'll be able to just stand him back up and.
with those fighting pitch out to see those too early, really good.
Well, here, tell us what you're doing here, Nick.
You've got so many chains on there, I don't know what they are, I don't know what they do.
Just trying to make sure he actually knows what's happening.
But there's only one. What is it?
The weapon attachment.
So you're thinking ahead here.
I'm thinking ahead, yes, that's right, here she comes.
Mira, she can blank certain things now with her ability.
Best card in the game.
Yeah.
She is fantastic, especially in winter.
So I think I've blanked the weapon here
The rusted sword, yep.
to make you unable to stand your character.
And looking at it too, Clay, I'm freaking out.
That's a fantastic move right here because, I mean, there is 5 cards you could have blanked from Targaryen there, but the most important one is his ability to stand. Now, with the 2 locations, you could blank 1 location, but he's still got 1 more.
Yeah.
But to blank the actual weapon itself, he needs to dig another weapon out of his deck or he can't stand.
So, now you can have your way with me.
Yeah, we do see the 2 claim plot cards, so this could be a very effective turn for Stark. Let's see the decisions here. Riders of the Red Fork, in or not. Looks like they are going in there. And we see a very quick unopposed from Dan here.
Yeah.
Looks like he's mainly considering the military challenge, I think.
I'm just concerned this whole game's about to end for me and it's all over.
This search was pretty important here for an event. I don't think it...
No events found.
And that is a massive relief. But you still got cards in your hand there, so I'm still freaking out. Perhaps I'm thinking he just searched for those quickly, didn't even care about it.
We see Mira coming in for the intrigue here. She can stealth past Marwan, even though he's already knelt, just to make sure. There's 2 cards from the hand. What's he get? Oh, wow, a Dissension and a...
It looked like a Dario from where I was.
Dario and a Hyros, yeah. 2 cards that work very well together.
So, yeah.
And,
Both the discarding effects to go along with the trait manipulation provided by the chain attachments.
There goes the military challenge.
yeah, 2 claim, not to full use there, unfortunately.
Now, finally, Brienne was still in play, eh?
Yes. And that's obviously where I said before, Mage and Mirror is the 2 most important cards. You see them in action there.
Yep, they've come back
Bouncing
and
Mirror into shadows, keeping her safe.
they have dug you straight back into this game. It was looking promising for Targaryen, and then Mage and
Now,
Mira just had their way.
pretty concerned there.
So we do see the Mage effect triggered here. We see Nick putting Mage back into his hand to get a location to put it into play.
Yes.
Yet no location there.
No location there. Someone
But we do see a miss trigger.
So you played Valor. I've played out Wit, thinking just playing it to be safe, and I've got no choice. I've got to kneel out and do it.
I mean, if Dan was to lose Maester Marwyn here and all the attachments on him, it would be a massive feat to come back from that. So
Exactly. Yeah.
best to play it safe. Guess you're hoping to try and get the last dupe in your deck of Marwyn out as quick as possible.
Hopefully, otherwise I'll be playing on the edge of my seat the whole time.
Well, that's a lovely card for Stark to pull. The cavalry flank there. It doesn't kneel to attack or defend. No, sorry,
Kneels
just
to
attack.
defend,
Yeah, it does have deadly though.
It does.
It's an amazing card. Yes. Four cost for 5 strength.
That's right.
Yeah.
With an arms crest.
And the arms crest,
Yeah,
yes.
there for the important
See,
Star by the Sword.
how can you not say Stark is not amazing?
We definitely do see Stark on the upper hand here. I mean, it looks like 5-4 in power.
We've got another fighting pit there. Not that it's probably going to do me any help this turn with Mira ready to pop out of shadows.
Now, I guess one thing we didn't highlight on before, in case anyone missed it, was that because Mage leaves play to activate her ability, and Mira's second ability is that when a Stark character leaves play, she returns to shadows. It means you can constantly bring Mira back out of shadows and blank things, as we see happening here again.
That's right.
It is those ways to take Stark characters off the board and put Mira back into shadows and out again is what makes her such a powerful card.
That's right.
I believe you play Ghost as well.
Ghost, yes, to return him to hand any phase.
Yeah, which is
Can be searched with the Wolf Dreams as well.
Excellent. So another good way to make Mira bust in and out of shadows. Now we see Lewin going in for the challenge here, along with a non-kneeling flank.
No claim. Just gotta hope you don't die by the sword in your hand here.
This is a power challenge, so I don't feel Dial by the Sword would be effective right now.
But coming up in these challenges.
If
Done the search. So
He's done the search,
I
and
think this is it.
does he get it? There's nothing better than pulling a Dial by the Sword or a no quarter off the search here and showing it to your opponent.
Oh yeah. It's
Definite mind games. Just knowing that's in their hand.
As a Martel, you would love that.
The classic Red Vengeance searches with house messages and showing your opponent that card and then putting it nicely into your hand.
So Wolf Dreams?
You see our Wolf Teams, I believe? Okay. At least you got the event this time and don't whiff. And potentially another bait cancel for the paper shield, which you'd love to see less of.
That's right.
Here we
But to
go.
be dragon here, that's going to be effective. That stands and
Get
returns.
about and give bells out. So that's super effective for me.
To be a dragon, it's such a good card.
I'm far too scared about this die by the sword.
Yeah, amazing card.
Amazing
To be a
card.
dragon.
That's got to be considered for a ban. A restriction, I should say.
No, ban it.
Ban it, just ban it, get it out.
All you guys need to settle down. I'm about to be a dragon. Look at what I'm up against here.
I mean, the field just changed dramatically. We had a kneeling Maester, now we have a standing Maester with a strong bow, let's say, to save him. Definitely a big swing for Targ there.
He still doesn't have a weapon, but yes.
It's blanked, I believe, from the...
So we can only get one attack off, but
Right, Zach, you do have...
make it count. I got some claim.
You do have an influence open, I believe, though, so if you have another Rusted Sword in your hand, you could potentially get it into play.
Maybe.
Get the dual-wielding Master Maywin going.
Oh, it's a bit early for that. But look at this. Star player somehow jumped to 8 power.
It looks like a commanding lead here for Stark right now. And with the flank still standing and the Riders of the Red Fork, I believe, there should be some defence able to be offered. And Caitlin comes into play from the hand.
Yes.
This is definitely looking promising for Stark.
Another great way to bounce Mira out.
Another great way.
This is true. See, there's things you don't even think of, but
That's right.
as a resident Stark player, you've considered all the options when it comes to Mira. If only Martel had such a card like Mira, I'd be a very happy man. Not complaining though, there is a fantastic set of cards for Martel, but Mira Reed, what do you say? And the
Right.
second to be a dragon, is that what we're seeing here?
That's what we're seeing there. Push through that challenge and
Some Piat Pre
Pipe
comeback.
Free coming in, so he's knocked out his options and Pipe Free's going to get some magic going on here.
That is a strong move.
Game changer there.
That's a huge game changer.
That is a big move right there. That is a swing
You obviously.
in Targ's favour. He's going to be able to choose and kill someone.
And we just saw who that someone was.
We do see Mira Reed leave the field in a blaze of glory.
best card in the game just gone. I gotta say, that's a great feeling.
Now, if only Stark had to be a dragon.
Yes, no, they got plenty of other
They don't
things.
need that.
I had those 2 cards in my hand at the start of the round and just knew it was coming and just hoped it would work out.
You've played it very well. I mean, both to be dragons triggered, getting 2 very strong characters back, killing his arguably strongest character in the deck.
Obviously, I'm going to lose Pyre again straight away, or Belvis.
Yeah, the Bear Islands will be super effective at targeting those ones down.
But you've got to do what you do.
I assume it would be Belwas as Belwas would otherwise just save Pyre Pre from being killed. So
Yeah, potentially, yeah. Another chain going out. It's got quite a few there.
But the important thing is, with those wins, the chains are now going off on Marwyn here.
That's it, just got to get them off. So, still, Stark Player's sitting on 8 power. I'm sitting on 5.
Yep.
Still a while to go.
It's looking like a great game right now. It looks like it could be anyone's game right now.
It's flipped backwards and forwards a couple of times, so.
A few good no quarters, die by swords, lethal counterattacks even. Whatever could come out here. I'm not sure there's lethal counterattack in this deck, is there?
There's none in this deck, no.
We saw some great lethal counterattacks by Lynn in the previous game that definitely took down by surprise.
Nick's got plenty of ways to kill characters here, clearly.
We do see
Belvis
Belwas die for Bear Island. Now, it's important to note here, just for anyone who might not know and is wondering why Marwyn isn't being targeted by Bear Island, it can't target characters with attachments, so that is the reason Marwyn is not biting the dust.
Power of Arms, 2 claim, cheeky 2 claim.
Another 2-claim plot here for Stark, and we see the trait manipulation from Targaryen being activated. I'm assuming onto the right, to the flank here. What seems like the biggest threat.
It's like I'm deciding now.
I mean, the event search from Lewin is an annoying thing to put up with, so both fairly good targets on the board to try and get rid of. The flank is obviously a very strong attacker.
It's a safe bet to assume I've made the flank an ally.
Or a traitor. Whatever's needed.
Whatever it takes.
You've got Jorah Mormont to discard a mercenary, and you've got Darian Harris to discard a traitor and a knight.
That's right.
Seems to be the way, and then obviously Dissension to discard allies.
Jorah also discards allies too, so.
There's an ally and mercenary, is it?
Yep.
Oh, nice. Then we see Jago come out here. Now this is the stealth when he attacks alone, and draw a card for every Dothraki in the challenge. This is the main source of card draw for this Targaryen deck, I believe, apart from the chain, obviously.
Right, yes. So, Wolf Dreams. What are you going to search for here, Nick?
I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this.
We could go for some nice attachments, or...
Yeah.
So, Mira's gone now, so as a Stark player, you can just switch to plan B and get all those direwolves out that can just kill people.
The Shaggy Dog and Grey Wind combination. I did go for Ghosts. Alright, I want some military power.
So this is the 3-strength stealth ghost that can bounce in and out of the field, which would return Mirror to Shadows, but so is she is bitten the dust. We do see second Wolf Dreams. So this might be for an attachment or it rides the Red Fork, whatever he chooses to search up here.
It is Shaggy Dog.
Shaggy Dog.
Strength reducer.
So he reduces strength by 2, is that correct?
By 2. Kneel a direwolf. Any direwolf.
Any direwolf.
To reduce by an attacker by 2.
Now I believe there's a combo you can get working here with...
Well, Grey Wind, here we
Grey
go.
Wind. Oh, here it is.
Yeah. Kill a 1-strength character.
Okay, so you kneel a direwolf to reduce it by 2, and then if it gets to 1, you kill it with...
Targeting obviously Pride Pre or Jogo there.
Jane, okay, she's the king searching Jane.
Many ways to search in this deck. It's quite fun to play, especially when you have Rickon out there doubling all these searches.
Doubling all your searches, yeah.
It's just money.
So we do see once again this swing in power. It looked like Stark was on the back foot, but a few good characters come out.
And Varys out to change that a bit.
But we see Targ bring out Varys to
Discard
for yet
that.
more ally hate.
And since Northern Cavalry flank decided to become an ally,
Definitely.
guess it was their time to go.
Definitely a strong form of removal. The trade manipulation with so many characters that discard allies.
Yeah, that's unfortunately it's matched by the direwolf removal and Bear Island removal. That's just going to kill any of my characters.
Indeed, indeed. Now, the best thing about the Direwolf Killer is I believe it can target characters with attachments, so it can get around that Bear Island messiness. But obviously, I believe Marlin's about a 10 strength right now, so.
At least. Caitlin popping in.
Caitlin does come in for the extra defense.
It's always annoying when you forget about that, Caitlin, and then
Next
miscount for it, she pops out. Even if she's not winning the challenge, she's stopping it from unopposed.
Yeah, that's it.
Saving her from getting taken out of the hand anyway.
Exactly.
We do see Harrenhal, is it? Taken from the hand?
Yes.
What does Harrenhal do?
It's another search. After any character is killed, you search the top 3 and pick a card. You don't have to reveal to your opponent and put it to hand.
Any card?
Any card.
Oh.
Top 3, yes.
That's lovely.
Yes.
This is potentially the location that Mage searched out, but never made it into play.
Yes, that's right. It would have been nice to have
Just
that
think what could have been.
at round 2.
Now, this was the grand final for our finals day, so I believe it was Nick's first tournament and Dan's second, so some nerves could have entered in here, which could explain the missing triggers.
I'm just played to be a dragon there on Marwin to stand him up. And who did we get back into play there? Belwas back in again.
Yep. Keep your maester safe. That's nice.
It's nice. It's always important, especially with the 2 clan.
Now we do see Jago going in here with Pyat, which I'm not sure. It does cancel both their abilities right now, is that correct?
Drogo's ability still triggers because it's for each Dothraki.
Is Pyat a Dothraki, is it?
No, it still triggers. Doesn't have to be.
It's
all
not Dothraki only. Oh, okay.
But Pyat has to be attacking alone for his ability.
I see. I believe some of those abilities Targaryen activate if only all your attacking characters have the Dothraki.
There's some Ricaro, I think, and possibly AGoT.
Okay, so that's an interesting choice. So Jago gets 1 extra card draw for each Dothraki in the challenge, but doesn't have to just be Dothraki. So it's
Not bad.
nice.
So who do you reckon you're taking down here, Nick?
I don't actually recall.
I mean, Jane's probably the best choice, I guess. She's
Choosing her for claim, but putting someone down to 1 strength.
Yes,
and,
and that is for the phase, so I think I'll just...
a bit of mind games.
Yes, just hold off on the kill for now.
I can
see
kill
what
you
you've
at
got.
any point. See what happens.
so you do trigger the search for a king before she does die.
Yes.
So she gets her ability off, which is nice. You see King Rob there as the card being searched for.
And now the power risen back up.
The power swing in Targaryen's favour now, 9-7. Once again, it seems like the power shifted to Targaryen's side, but with King Rob and a few other good cards, we could see Stark take it back. Of course, there is those 2 claim plots that Stark loves to play to get him back in the game.
2 claim and a Bear Island after this as well. It
And
could
there's
be-
the kill, targeting whoever, and Belwas choosing to save. What do you think about our dragon rail, is the name of the sound effect?
Should have put the troll, the Lord of the Rings troll, go in there that they put in Game of Thrones.
Well,
When the mountain, when the mountain cuts the horse's head off,
yeah.
and the horse gives off a scream, it's the exact same noise as Lord of the Rings as a troll.
Really?
How do you know that?
Troll. You hear it, you can hear it. Honestly, it's like...
But how do you remember the cave trolls?
That's the troll sound.
Just probably from watching the YouTube video once. That fight, the Hound and the Mountain fight. It's up now.
I have to find out. I believe you.
Fun fact for all listeners.
The horse scream is actually a troll.
And then 100 people.
I don't have proof of this, but...
And 100 haters on YouTube like, this is so wrong, so wrong. So we've got the save from strong Belwas there, and then Ghost goes in for the challenge. What was the stand effect come up?
Does Marwin have stealth there?
I don't think so.
Marwin does not have stealth? Right?
It could have been at that stage stood Marwin and knelt him to reduce Ghost strength to 0 is what I believe would happen there.
That's right, yes.
This is true, there is that chain attachment that does reduce strength by the amount of chain attachments on Marwin.
So even if he can't defend, he can make sure somebody's taken out.
It's that toolbox effect from these Maester attachments. Once again, we see that
it gets a bit out of hand.
they just have the answer for everything, don't they? Once again, this is why Dan made it later the finals. It's the ability to combat most decks. We do see the going for dominance here for Stark. He wants 4 extra power. Trying to catch up.
Is this an actual dominance move or high initiative move?
It's actually used mostly for the initiative, really, and dominance is a bonus. at the end of this. I don't see myself winning dominance with you standing your Maester.
But then again, now Bran comes out, he can stand as well.
That's right.
And of course, he's the perfect target to stick those direwolves on.
Yes, Shaggy Dog would be better suited on him, but that's okay. If they're both out there, that's alright.
Both
Strong move here. We see Mage and Rickon come down.
with a Jew.
Okay.
Just hope you're not searching anytime soon.
Of course, Rickon does double the search ability.
Leighton Hightower, bust all my money on him. He makes sure that Archmaester Marwyn is safe from becoming a bastard and at different events. So he's now immune to events, and there we go, Aegon's Blade. That's what I really like to see for
the renown, the stealth, the 2 strength. So Leighton Hightower protects for Mace from events, is that correct?
Events and attachments.
And attachments as well.
That's right.
Okay, so that does stop the best counter to this deck, which is the bastard attachment.
That's literally what I just said.
Just confirming. No to be.
Oh, that was neat. And Viserys out there to just extra body.
Viserys out there just a bit extra body.
Yep. So power challenge there, Nick.
Power challenge.
So we see Mage going in with
Bran. Does Bran have any special abilities just yet?
He has nothing yet, he's just a 2 strength. Nearly direwolf to give him a range of things, or one thing at a time, but nothing yet.
Now, I'm always concerned when I go to defend. Can Grey Wind trigger his kill ability on the defender?
It's Shaggy Dog is the one to reduce strength.
What
and
about
that's only when
attacking?
It's an attacking character.
And what about the killer? Kills any time?
Kills any time, but it is only a 1 strength kill, so it's not that.
So if there was another way you had to reduce strength down, it would be a much more effective kill, but
Yes.
for now it's just the Shaggy Dog onto the Grey Wind, onto the Death.
Yes.
But did you use Shaggy Dog there to reduce strength, or
No,
was
no.
stand?
What happened there?
Bran's obviously stand Bran and
Yeah.
go through it. You stood Bran. Going for an intrigue, giving him deadly, or
I'd say deadly if that was the intrigue challenge, yeah.
Yep.
Can give him a red icon or stealth as well.
Important to note here that now characters cannot be killed, so it might be
useful to get everyone
a
in.
good idea to get everyone knelt out if you're the attacker straight up, and you've got to be careful about the unopposed challenges. So if too many unopposed challenges, and you could hand the victory to Targaryen on a platter, so you've got to be careful with that. I also want to thank everyone who has checked out our videos and for subscribing. If you have any ideas or thoughts, please leave a comment.
Yeah, guys, we would really love to know what you think.
We see 2 fighting pits still standing, 2 weapon attachments on Marwyn. So he's definitely balling right now.
This is the military challenge.
Military challenge. So how does Bran get the military icon here?
That was Shaggy Dog kneeling to stand Bran there for the 2nd time, I believe.
Yep, and he gets a military icon and
He gets, choice of stealth,
or
deadly, or
yep.
military icon.
So he does have
With the summer attachment, he gets red military and a stealth icon anyway.
Okay, so then you just give him deadly and just go to town.
So yeah, Plan B is also pretty powerful in this deck.
That's correct. Yeah. That's
I can definitely contend with that, considering I versed this deck in the semi-finals and first-hand saw how punishing it can be, even after you think you've dealt with certain threats.
But I was once again able to defend that challenge and get Belwas to save Marwyn. Just worried about those direct kill effects that he can trigger.
Yep, the AGoT Blade obviously is a big part of this. You've now given stealth to Maester Marwyn here, so he can't be bypassed quite so easily.
That's it.
Which is a big block, considering the strength of Marwyn and the ability to stand him constantly.
So now I can go in for a few challenges. Double Renown here.
It's definitely going to be a strong turn, this one. Double Renown.
And once again, Caitlyn.
Caitlyn jumps down. You think you've got the unopposed locked up, and then Caitlyn just jumps in.
But that's it for the win.
Looks like that's it. That's the Double Renown does it for you, and Targaryen takes the finals here. So I guess we owe a big congratulations to Dan. He's
Well done.
finals champion.